Welcome everyone to our first session of Routes and Networks for LRDI CAT 2026. In this session, we are going to cover two very important questions of routes and networks, and we'll see how, in general, the concept works and how we can, tackle any question related to the same. Stick till the end of the video, and I'm damn sure you'll be able to tackle almost every question of routes and networks post this. So, without wasting any further time, let's begin. Firstly, again, as I say in every single video of ours, I want you to pause the video, solve the question on your own, and come back and verify, and then solve along with me. So, let's begin. The first set is in front of your screen. The diagram below shows various routes between 10 delivery hubs A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J in a metropolitan area. And you can read the entire set, it's there. But in routes and networks, what is the most important basic first? So the first basic is every circle that you see here, this is a place or a hub. A line that you see between two hubs means there is a direct route or a direct route between both of them. This is a place. If there is a line between them, it means there is a direct route. What the arrows mean, let's say if it's like this, it means that you can go from, if there is an arrow between, let's say, X, Y, it means you can go from X to Y, but you can't go from Y to X because it's single directional or unidirectional. But if there is no arrow, it means you can go both directions. You can go from X to Y as well, and you can go from Y to X as well, both the directions. Okay. Now, rule of thumb. When your questions say exactly two other hubs, that means you visit, example, if your question says the exactly two other hubs, you must visit two intermediate hubs. So total hubs in the trip are going to be start plus two other or two intermediate hubs plus end. Then that means four hubs. Let's say X and Y, and you have to visit two other hubs. It means you have to visit two hubs in between. Correct? If you have to visit two hubs in between, this means the total hubs are four. Right? So how many hops are you supposed to take? Exactly 3 hops. 1 hop, 2 hop, 3 hop. Okay. These are the fundamentals. This is how you tackle. Based on these particular things only, we are going to tackle these questions. So the first question in front of you is absolutely clear. This is a network that is given. There are 10 hubs and then there are routes. The numbers that are written, they are the distance. They are nothing but the distance of that route. For example, if you have to go from A to B or B to A, 4 kilometers is the distance. Okay. Now, what is the first question? Let's look at the first question. This diagram is in front of you. A delivery executive wants to visit from hub A to hub J such that he visits as many hubs as possible along the way. As many hubs as possible. How many hubs will be visited during his trip? And the note is he does not wish to visit any hub more than once. It means if you have already gone to B, you can't come back to B. You have to be at a hub only once. And usko maximum chahiye, right? Maximum number of hubs that he can visit. So firstly, tell me, what is the maximum limit? What is the upper limit of hubs that anyone can visit from A to J, including A and J? 10. Because total 10 here, there are total 10 hubs. So anyone can at max visit 10 hubs in the process of going from A to J, including A and J. So the answer for your first question cannot be more than A, right? So more than 10, right? It cannot exceed 10. So what we do is we try to draw or trace a path that touches all the 10. We try and trace a path that touches all the 10 hubs. If we are able to, our answer is simply 10 because there it cannot be more than 10. And if we are not able to, then we'll try to eliminate and see. So this is how you solve such type of questions कि upper limit पता करो and try कि एक पूरा एक path बना दो upper limit का ही. So we'll try and cover all the 10. Okay. So let me see if I can cover all the 10 or not. I can go from A to B. Okay. I can go from B to C. Okay. I can go from C to E. And I'm visiting only once. This is done. This is done. Then I came here. Then I came here. Okay. Perfect. Now I went from C to E. Now I'll go from E to I. Okay. Perfect. Again, only once. Now from I, I'll go to H. H is done. I've covered this also. From H, I'll go to F. Okay, I've covered F also. From F, I'll go to D. Okay, D also done. From D, I'll go to G. G also done. And from G, I'll go to J. J also done. So, I did not repeat any hub, but I am able to cover every hub only once. A, B, C, E, I, H, F, D, G, J. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, E, I, H, F, D, G, J. Every hub is covered only once. And I'm able to cover all the 10. So it means the answer to the first question automatically becomes 10. Simple. So again, the concept was know the upper limit, try to trace a path जिसमें upper limit बन जाए. If you are able to make the upper limit का path, the answer is simply that. Okay. Let's go to question 2. A driver wants to travel from hub C to hub J such that he passes through exactly two other hubs. Exactly two other hubs. That is hubs including C and J along the way. How many such routes are possible? This means what? This means rider wants to go from C to J and he has to pass through exactly two other hubs. This means what? X, Y. X and Y are just hypothetical hubs that I've assumed and हम X और Y में हम hubs को fit करेंगे. But this has to be the path for the rider. He'll go from C to one hub, then to another, and then directly to J. Correct? Now, the fastest or the cleanest method that actually works in CAT is count from backwards, which is start counting from J. Yes, start counting from J. I hope the first question is clear to everyone. Okay. If the first question is clear, let me just add. Yeah, I'll just add a page. Okay. Yeah. And in that page, let me redraw the entire circuit. Just give me a second. I'll redraw so that I can explain better. A, B, E, I, J, C, F, and here also connected. H is also connected. H is connected to J as well. Okay, C is connected to D. A is connected to हो जाए भाई हाँ. A is connected to D. D is connected to G. G is connected to J. I think I've traced it. Yeah. Okay, and then the values are given. But for now, values are not important to us. We have to go from C to J with exactly two hubs in between. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So what I said, that let's trace back from J. Okay. तो J connects. तो firstly मुझे ये बताओ, J connects to which other hubs directly? H I. J connects to GHI directly. Correct. Now, if my path is C, X, Y and J, तो इसका मतलब Y के immediately बाद J आएगा. Y के immediately बाद J आएगा. And if Y के immediately बाद J आएगा, does that mean that Y has to be one among GHI? Think of it. That if the path is C, J, and there are only two hubs in between, let's say one is X, one is Y. So Y has to be directly connected to J. And the hubs that are directly connected to J are GHI. GHI. So Y has to be one among GHI. Y has to be one amongst GH and I. Make sense? So let's take the first case. Y is equal to G. First case, let's take Y equal to G. So our path becomes CX. Instead of Y, I'll put G, G and J. Perfect. Now, same process repeat. What are the hubs directly connected to G? Neighbors of G. Neighbors of G बताओ मुझे. हमने neighbors of J निकाले. Now let's figure out neighbors of G because we are going backwards. Neighbors of G are F, D and J. Neighbors of G are F, D, J. Make sense? X. अब अगर X के सीधे बाद G आता है, X के सीधे बाद G आता है, right? It means X has to be one of this. X has to be a neighbor of G. ताकि X के directly बाद G आ सके. But can X be F? Can X be F? No. Sorry. Can X be J? I'm sorry. Can X be J? X cannot be J. Because J is the end. J is the end. And also, X has to be a neighbor of G. But X also has to be a neighbor of C. Because it is the only node between C and G in this case. So J is not a neighbor of C, but D and F both are neighbors of C as well. I hope you are understanding. दो तरीके से देख सकते हैं. X cannot be J because J is the end of our this particular path, and X has to be a neighbor of G because we are going backwards, but it also has to be a neighbor of C because it is the only node between C and G. So D and F both are neighbors of C. तो X के लिए दो possible cases आ गए इस केस में. तो X के लिए दो possible cases आ गए D and F. I hope it's clear. We get two routes. Perfect. Number 2. लेट्स पुट y इज इक्वल टू आई, नहीं y इक्वल टू h रखता है इसी में. लेट्स पुट y इक्वल टू h. So our path becomes C, X, H and J now. Perfect. What are neighbors of H now? Same process. The neighbors of H are J, I, F, and I missed the path here. Yeah, and E. So neighbors of H are J, I, F and E. J, I, F and E. Now मुझे ये बताओ, can X be J again? Can X be J? Nope. X can't be J. X के लिए जो आपके ऑप्शंस हैं J, I, F and E, उसमें X cannot be J because again J is the end and J is not the neighbor of C. Can X be I? X is not the end. Sorry, I is not the end. But is I a neighbor of C? I is not a neighbor of C, right? I is not directly connected to C. There is no direct path. And हमें पता है कि X has to be a neighbor of G as well as C. So can X be I? No. Can X be F? There is a direct path. And F is not the end. Can X be E? Oh, there is one more path here. I forgot these two paths. I'm sorry, in the figure. Yeah. Can X be E? You see there is a direct path between E and C. There is a direct path between E and C. इसका मतलब X can be E. So how many cases arise from this particular case where we put y equal to h? Two more. Two cases. What are those two cases? When X is your F and E. Perfect. Now let's take our third case. When your y is equal to I. When your y is equal to I. Okay. So when your y is equal to I, your path becomes CXIJ. Now, what are the neighbors of I? What are the neighbors of I? E, H, J. E, H, J. Neighbors of I are E, H, J. So what are the options for X? E, H, J. The options for X now become E, H, J. Now can X be J? X cannot be J because it is the end. There is no direct route between J and C. Sorted. Can X be H? Nope. Why? Because there is no direct path from H to C. There is no direct path between C and H. So X can't be H also. Can X be E? Yes, there is a direct path. So X can be E. So one case arises from this when X is equal to E. So total number of cases are 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5 cases. I hope the concept is clear. The fundamental is clear that whenever such type of questions arises, you have to go from this place to this place with 2 hubs in between or 3 hubs in between. How many cases are possible? We'll always backtrack. We will always backtrack. That is, हम J पे खड़े हो जाएंगे. यहाँ पे हम इस केस में J पे खड़े हुए. Then we took all the neighbors of J because again, अगर Y के directly बाद J आ रहा है तो Y has to be a neighbor of J. So we took all the neighbors of J एंड वी क्रिएटेड केसेस, हर एक y में हर एक नेबर की एक बार वैल्यू रखी, देन y के नेबर्स निकाले, जो c के भी नेबर्स होने चाहिए इस केस में, बिकॉज y और c के बीच में सिर्फ एक ही नोड है, एक ही हब है, राइट? बस उससे हमने एलिमिनेट करते गए केसेस एंड वी आर एबल टू सॉल्व. सो वी हैव 5 राउट्स. ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. A courier starts his journey from hub A and walks at a constant speed of 5 km per hour. What will be the maximum time required by him to reach hub J such that he passes through exactly 3 hubs other than A and J? Such that he has only 3 hubs, okay, between A and J. So what is the path going to be for him now? A, X, Y, Z, J. A, X, Y, Z, J. ठीक है. परफेक्ट. नाउ इसका मतलब क्या है? एग्जैक्टली 4 एजेस, 1 2 3 एंड 4, एंड इन 4 का सम करके यू हैव टू फाइंड द मैक्सिमम. You have to find the maximum now. Will we follow the exact same procedure or not? In this diagram, will we follow the exact same procedure or not? Backtrack. Simple. Backtrack now. J के neighbors निकालो. J के neighbors निकालो. फिर I के neighbors निकालो. ओके. अगर आपको नंबर ऑफ केसेस बनाने हैं, नहीं, J के neighbors निकालो, फिर जो आपका Z है उसमें एक एक बार सारी वैल्यूज पुट करो, देन उस पर्टिकुलर नेबर के नेबर्स निकालो, देन पुट द वैल्यूज अगेन एंड क्रिएट द केसेस, एंड सब में मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस ले लेना. लेट्स ट्राई एंड क्रिएट द केसेस हियर. सो 3 हब्स इन बिटवीन. फर्स्ट चलते हैं, आपको मैं फ्रंट वाला मेथड भी बताता हूँ कि कैसे होगा. हमने बैक ट्रैकिंग वाला मेथड पिछले क्वेश्चन में भी सॉ हाउ टू बैक ट्रैक. नाउ लेट मी शो यू द फ्रंट मेथड एज वेल, हाउ इट हैपेंस. ओके, आई एम सिटिंग एट ए. वेयर कैन आई गो? आई एम इरेजिंग दिस. Oh, okay. I'm sitting at A. Now where can I go? I can go to B, I can go to C, I can go to D. These are the only 3 places I can go from A. Can I go anywhere else? No. Let's go from A to B. And this is a pro method. I'm genuinely telling this is a pro method. Why? इसको branching कहते हैं. ये करना आप सीख गए. I've taught you a backtracking method in question number 2. Learn this branching method in question 3. Routes and networks are going to be a cakewalk for you. You can go from A to B. First case. Let me take your second case. I can go from A to C. In your second case, I can go from A to C wala. Again, listen. I'm sitting at A, I have to go at J. From A, I can either go to B, C or D directly. पहले केस में मैं लेता हूँ, let me go from A to B. This is my case 1. My case 2 is I'm going from A to C. My case 3 is I'm going from A to D. This is the front method. I taught you backwards method in the previous question. We'll solve this using the front method, and trust me, these 2 methods you've understood, you're done with routes and networks. अब मैं A to B गया. My path is, in this particular question, what it says, A से J जाना है, such that he passes through exactly 3 hubs. Exactly 3 hubs, right? In between A and J. So my path remains A, X, Y, Z, J. तो मैंने X की जगह B रख दिया. Now from B where can I go? Directly. मैं B में directly जा कहाँ सकता हूँ? Either I can go to C or I can go to E. either I can go to C or I can go to E. एक केस में, पहले केस में मुझे let me go to E now. I'll create another case where I'll go to C. Let me create a case where I'll go to C. ठीक है, B से 2 केसेस निकल रहे हैं. तो मेरा, अब मैंने x की जगह b रख दिया है, y की जगह e रख दिया है एक केस में. लेट मी सॉल्व y की जगह e वाला. नाउ हाउ मेनी मोर नोड्स कैन आई ट्रैवर्स बिफोर j? यू टेल मी. a b e is done. There is going to be one more node and then there has to be j. Correct? So e से मैं कहां जा सकता हूं? e से I can go to h or I. Let me go to h. Is there a direct path between h and j now? Because now the loop has to end. So is there a direct path between h and j? Yes, there is. E say, E is the third node. Total nodes are 5. So E say I have to end up at a node that is a neighbor of j. E say I have to end up at a node that is a neighbor of j. Do you understand? Because after E I have to go to the fourth node and total nodes are 5. So E say I have to end up at the neighbor of j. Now E say I can either go to F, I can go to H, or I can go to I, or I can go to C. Correct? E say I can go to C, F, I, and H. If you can see C, F, I, and H, all of them are possible from E. But in char mein se, what are the neighbors of J? You tell me. From E, I can either go to C, I can go to F, I can go to I can go to H directly. I can also go to B. But you tell me, what are the neighbors of J in this? Because now I have to go to a neighbor of J. So only I and H are neighbors of J. Only I and H are neighbors of J. So H and J will be one route. Similarly, I and J is going to be one route. This is the only two routes possible if I stand at E as my third route. So the A, B, E part will give me two routes. These are the only two possible. Now let's try A, B, C path. From C, where I can go? From C, I can go to either D, or I can go to E, or I can go to B, or I can go to F, or I can go to A. From C, I can go to D, E, B, F, A. D, E, F, B, A. Yeah. These are the routes that I can go from C. Perfect. Now you tell me which of these are neighbors of J, because इनके direct बाद J आना पड़ेगा. 1, 2, 3. Fourth node is also done. Total are 5. So ये neighbor of J होने चाहिए. Which of them are neighbors of J? D is not, E is not, B is not, F is not, A is not. इसका मतलब A, B, C में अगर मैं करूं, if I try A, B, C वाला path, there is no route possible जहां पे between A to J I visit only 3 nodes. There is no route possible between A to J where I can visit only 3 nodes if I traverse A, B, and C and then try to reach J with only one node in between. Now I hope you understand, because from C I'm not able to reach a neighbor of J. इसका मतलब no path possible. So the two routes that I get when I follow the A B wala path is ABEHJ, ABEIJ. समझ आया? This is what branching is all about. Now let me show you how इसको और बढ़िया branch करेंगे. We went from A to B. Now what is another neighbor? Another neighbor is C. So now let's go to C. अब C से मुझे ये बताओ, C से मैं कहां जा सकता हूं? C से I can go to, बताओ, C से I can go to, C से I can go to D, C से I can go to E. C से I can go to F. C से I can go to F. C से I can go to B. C से I can go to A. This is where I can go from C. ठीक है? Now you tell me, if I go to ACD, D से can I reach a neighbor of J or not? From D, can I reach a neighbor of J or not? What are the neighbors of J firstly? Your neighbors of J are I, H, G. है ना? तो मुझे बताओ मैं D से I, H और G में से कहां पहुंच सकता हूं डायरेक्टली? फ्रॉम D, I, H एंड G में से मैं कहां डायरेक्टली पहुंच सकता हूं? अभी तक अगर आपको समझ आया हो तो 1 node is done, 2 node is done and 3 node is done now. 1 node, 2 node, 3 node. The path is A, X, Y, Z and J. Now 3 डन है, हमें अब चौथे नोड पे जाना है इसके बाद, एंड उसके बाद डायरेक्टली J. So now after this node we have to go to neighbor of J. We have to go to neighbor of J. तो मुझे ये बताओ D से मैं कौन से neighbor of J पे जा सकता हूँ? I can only go to G. I can only go to G. Is there a path between D and H or D and I directly? No, there is not. But there is a path between D and G, and from G I can directly go to J because G is a neighbor. So one path done. Sorted. This is the only path possible. From E मुझे बताओ मैं I, H and G में से कहां जा सकता हूँ? From E मैं I, H and G में से कहां जा सकता हूँ? I can go to I can go to H. Can I go to G? From E can I directly go to G? I cannot. But I can go to I, yes, and J. I can go to H, yes, and J. I can. 2 more paths done. From F बताओ मुझे. Where can I go? I got 1 path from D. I got 2 paths from E. Correct? From F मुझे बताओ which all neighbors of J I can reach. From F I can reach H. From F I can reach G directly. But can I reach I directly? No, I cannot reach I. I cannot reach I. Correct? So F से मेरे पास क्या possible है? H and G. यहाँ से भी एक G आ जाएगा, यहाँ से भी एक G आ जाएगा. Now 2 more paths done. Perfect. अब मुझे ये बताओ from B can I reach I, H, J? From B, I, H and G डायरेक्टली पहुंच पा रहा हूँ कहीं नेबर ऑफ J पे? नहीं. No path possible from B. From A, am I able to reach I, H and G? Again no. So there are no paths possible from B and A. इसका मतलब if I follow the AC वाला route, I have 5 routes. 5 routes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorted. Now let me follow the last neighbor of A वाला path, which is D वाला path. अब मुझे ये बताओ मैं D से कहां जा सकता हूँ? मैं D से कहां जा सकता हूँ? Oh, sorry. There is one more path here. D to F. I forgot to draw. There is one more path here, D to F. तो अब मुझे बताओ इस वाले डायग्राम में मैं D से कहां जा सकता हूँ? I can go to C. I can go to A. I can go to F. I can go to G. Sorted. Sorted. अब मुझे ये बताओ C से मैं इसके कौन से नेबर पे पहुंच सकता हूँ डायरेक्टली? I, H and G. You know the neighbors of J now. C से I have to reach the neighbor of J. So can I reach I, H and G C से कहीं किसी एक में भी डायरेक्टली? Nope. No path possible. From A can I reach I, H and G? No. From F, can I reach I, H, and G? I can reach G also. I can reach H also. तो एक केस ये बन गया, एक केस ये बन गया. F से I can reach H and G. From G, can I reach any neighbor of J? From G, can I reach any neighbor of J? Neighbors of J are I, H and G. Correct. मैं G पे ही खड़ा हूं. तो other two neighbors of J कौन कौन से बचे? H and I. Sorry. Other two neighbors of G कौन से बचे? H and I. Can I reach H and I from G directly? Nope, I cannot. इसका मतलब there is no path possible. So इसका मतलब the paths possible are this ADFHJ, ADFGJ. So how many total paths are there in front of you now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Simple. Perfect. Now just calculate the distance. Distance is nothing but the ये जो चीज आपके सामने लिखी है. This 4, this 2, this 3, all of them are distances mentioned. So let's say if I have to calculate the distance of ABEHJ. ABEHJ. Our first case, ABEHJ, right? So A to B is 4, B to E is 4, 4, 4, E to H is 3, H to J is 4. So you get 15. ABEHJ ka you get 15. Similarly, calculate for all the 9, the maximum one wins. Oh, you'll get it in kilometers, but the answer, and it's 5 km per hour is the speed. So it's 17 by 5 is going to give you the number of hours, and you can convert it in minutes. So you'll get the answer. Okay. I hope this is clear. Fourth question. A customer wants to travel from hub C to hub I such that he gets to visit exactly 2 other hubs, excluding C and I, along the way. He decides that he would pick the shortest route from among all the routes that obey the earlier condition. How many such routes are possible? Same ditto question है. उसमें सबका डिस्टेंस निकाल के मैक्स वाला लेना था, इसमें सबका निकाल के मिन वाला लेना था. And you have to see कि वो min distance कितने paths पे आ रहा है. That is it. Let's solve this also. You'll again understand. We have to go from C to I. इस वाले डायग्राम में देखो आप. We have to go from C to I. And there has to be 2 hubs in between, right? So it becomes C, X, Y, and I. वही solve कर देता हूँ. I think it will be better. आपको ये तो पता ही है, ये वाला भी तो. C, X, Y, and I. ठीक है. अब मुझे ये बताओ. If your path is C, X, Y, C से where you can go? C से you can go to A, you can go to B, you can go to E, you can go to F, you can go to D. इन 5 जगह जा सकते हो. C से you can go to A. C से you can go to B. C से you can go to E. C से you can go to F. C से you can go to D. Shit. C से you can go to F. C से you can go to D. इन 5 जगह जा सकते हो C से. अब if the path is C, X, Y and I, इस केस में CA वाले केस में A is the second hub. A के बाद you have to reach a neighbor of I. A के बाद now you have to reach a neighbor of I. Can you reach a neighbor of I? Firstly, what are the neighbors of I? Let's list down the neighbors of I. Neighbors of I are E. Neighbors of I are H. Neighbors of I are J. Neighbors of I are E, H and J. अब A से can you reach E at H or J directly? Nope. You can't reach either of E, H and J directly from A. So there is no path possible. From B, can you reach any of the neighbors of E of I, that is E, H and J? From B, can you? You can reach E directly. You can't reach H, you can't reach J, but you can reach E. So one path possible is this. Done. Done for B. From E, can you reach any of the neighbors of I? Now, you're already standing at a neighbor of I, but this is your second node. So your third node also has to be a neighbor of I. So what are the neighbors left after E? ये बताओ. E is one of the neighbors, but apart from E, what are the neighbors left? H and J. इस पूरे पाथ में मुझे और किसी चीज से फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि सेकंड नोड नेबर ऑफ आई है कि नहीं है, फर्स्ट नोड है कि नहीं है. मुझे फर्क पड़ता है कि थर्ड नोड शुड बी द थर्ड हब, should be the neighbor of I in this path. Correct? From E, can I reach a neighbor of I directly now? Apart from E, I can reach H. I can reach H. So one more path. Done. ये हटा देता हूँ. चलो. From F बताओ मुझे. From F, can I reach neighbor of I? From F, I can reach E also. From F, I can reach H also. So one path is going to be H and I. One path is going to be E and I. From D, can I reach E, H or J? One more was D, but from D, can I reach E, H or J or any of the neighbors of I? No. So there is no path possible. So only 4 paths are possible. Only 4. Sorry. And in 4 में से oh. अब इन 4 में से you have to find the shortest path. So just calculate the distance. So the distance from C, B, E and I is C to B is 2. C to B is 2. B to E is 4. And E to I is 5. This gives you 11. So इसका distance 11 आ गया आपका. ठीक है? Okay. Now C, E, H and I. C to E is 5. E to H is 3. 5, 3. H to I is 2. This gives you 10. This gave you 11. Now C, F, H and I. C to F is 6. F to H is 4. F 6, 4, 2. This gives you 12. Sad. Okay. And now C to F is again 6. This path C, F, E and I. C to F is 6. F to E is 3. E to I is 5. This gives you 14. So what is the shortest one? This 10 wala. And how many paths have that 10? Only one, because it's 11, 10, 11, 12, 14. So your answer comes out to be 1. I hope this concept, this particular set is clear, guys. It's a good set. It's a very good conceptual set. I have taught you 2 methods now. Backtracking wala in question 2, branching wala, forward branching wala in question 3 and 4. Understand these 2 methods and you're done with routes and networks. You can solve any question, kitna bhi tricky jal banao. We have another question for you, but this we are going to solve in the next session. This is another very good question, but absolute similar concept. No change. If you have understood this, the second question is going to be a cakewalk for you. This we are going to solve in the next session, but it's going to be an absolute cakewalk for you. I've explained it multiple times just because this is it. मैंने multiple बार ये चीज बोली है, एक बार नहीं, multiple times बोलने की कोशिश करी है just because this is it. You understand this and you're done. So I hope the concept is clear. In the next session, we are going to solve this particular set of routes and networks and deepen our understanding of the concepts that we have developed in this particular video. If you like the video, like, share, comment, share it with your friends who are preparing for CAT 2026. that or are looking to prepare, share it with your friends group in college, at work, whoever finds it useful. And do subscribe to Prep Society for more such amazing content. We are creating a playlist for you for CAT 2026 that is actually going to, blow your minds away, is what we can say. Because we are creating a playlist that we wanted in our time, and it would have reduced a lot of efforts for us. But do subscribe to Prep Society for more such content. And go join our WhatsApp group as well. The description is in the so the link is in the description below, and there we keep on sharing questions and DPPs as well. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much and take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.